Welcome to the Book Talk Babes podcast. Today we have a Christmas in July Smutty special for you. This episode will contain explicit language and spoilers for Railed by the Krampus by Dalia Davies. My name is Ashley, and today I'm joined by my two lovely friends, Elaine.
Hello.
And Liana.
Feliz Navidad.
Welcome, new listeners. Thank you, returning listeners. Now, my husband's comment on our Minotaur milking episode was that it wasn't that dirty. So I have a feeling this one's going to make up for it.
Be prepared for filth.
Mom, this is your warning ahead of time instead of in the middle of the episode. Or my apology, I apologize. I know I apologize to you in person, but I'm apologizing again publicly.
I mean,
thanks for supporting us, though.
Yes, thank you.
You know, like when we did our Dirty Book special, and all I did was talk about priests, and you know, some people are like, "That was a lot," and then when we don't talk about it, they're like, "It's not enough." So
yeah,
never satisfied.
Well, like I realized, I guess, during the like Minotaur one, I don't know, we didn't like discuss like what his junk looked like and all that kind of stuff. So Steven's like, I thought it was gonna be way dirtier, and I was like, it wasn't dirty enough.
I guess we could use some euphemisms instead of actually saying like.
I guess, yeah.
His cock and balls. I mean, you said there was some ball play, so.
Yeah, there's a lot of ball play in that one.
Should we follow up?
It's basically a humanoid Minotaur dick, except for it has like a bulge, I think more like in the center or something. And I don't know about all the Minotaurs, but him in particular, like he wasn't circumcised. So he had a foreskin. So I assume the rest of them had foreskins also. I don't know. No one else's Minotaur dick was described in as much detail as his.
Of course not.
Also, I was thinking about it afterwards that we forgot to mention that he was he had a very firm stance on if you're gonna be in public and you have outside of body genitals that you should wear pants. So
wait, did some of them not walk around with pants?
I think there was a debate going on.
Yeah, there was like
pants.
Yeah.
And he was like a big believer in it because of the milking farm. He was worried that like any like type of machine buzzing would set him off. because of the like pump and stuff. So he was like worried, and he's like, no one needs to see that.
Yeah. But he also, there was like it was like a city vote that was going to happen on whether like any of the non-human residents like could go into like a coffee shop without pants if they didn't have like, you know, I'm trying to think of what creatures he had named that don't have outside of their body genitals.
Like snakes?
Like the snake man.
There we go.
They have like a pocket and
yeah. So like basically like if your junk can be hidden, that was okay. But if it, you know, it's just dangling out there, he thinks you should have to wear pants.
I mean, I think that's fair.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yes.
But then also like I don't want to be around a snake man and then all of a sudden he just whips it out. Like, I want there to be some kind of barrier.
Yeah. I think pants for everyone is just probably good. But
I mean, you know, technically, if you have a vagina, you're not seeing it when you walk around in public, but it's just...
This is true.
You know, it's the principle. You just put some pants on.
Yeah, it's like I'd still wear pants.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here.
But I am ready for some kinky Krampus.
I'm excited.
Also, you know how we shared the Predator pictures?
Uh-huh.
I didn't even think about sharing it at first, but like the minute I saw it, I was like, "Where's Elaine?" I was like, Elaine has to see these.
I love them so much. That's why I was
That
like,
is so funny.
we need to share this.
That is so good.
Oh, I like the
All right.
background.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm going to say this. Elaine gets all the credit for this slideshow, not spreadsheet, slideshow.
Slideshow.
Yeah.
I did it at work and Mom's like, "You mean slideshow?" I'm like, "Why can't I get this word right?" But yeah, Elaine gets all the credit for this slideshow because she did an amazing job and I refuse to take any credit for it. So,
Wow.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
It shows a lot of dedication.
All right, Liana, are you ready for this?
Yes, bring it.
I'm not ready.
I am ready. My body is ready.
I try to think of like a get in, babes, we're going sleigh riding. I don't know.
We're going caroling.
There's a sleigh with a reindeer
Yeah.
Okay.
at one point. All right, so Railed by the Krampus, a book report by Ashley and Elaine. We did not discuss who was. Did you want to read this one? Do you want me to read them? I don't care.
Oh, yeah, we didn't. It's fine. Let's see. Okay, so we have Read by the Krampus by Dalia Davies. The publisher was just BSP. This was published December 11th of 2022. And this is book 3 of the Valley of the Gods series. So this is right after the Railed by the Easter Bunny ones. But the timeline, I think, is before the Easter Bunny.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted
okay.
it.
I was going to say, how'd you find this? But then if it's part of the series that you've been reading, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a short read too. It's only 210 pages. So, and this is the original cover of the book.
Yeah, I was like, that's not the cover on my Kindle.
Yeah, there's another cover.
This is the cover on my Kindle.
I'm gonna look up the other cover. Ooh,
It's right here.
Yeah, we have
it. This is the other cover.
Ooh, I like that.
So we got our Krampus monster guy and Holly. Oh God, I just noticed the glass in her hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that significant?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right, this is a summary. Deck the halls with mirth and mischief. When I said I'd sell my soul for a lump of coal on Christmas Eve, I was joking, mostly. But the strange shadow that has always lived behind my mirrors doesn't get the joke. Now I'm at the mercy of Claus's bargain until I can bring him 12 increasingly ridiculous gifts. Why are most of them birds? But the creature that lurks in his domain wants something more, something infinitely more delicious. And then the dedication for anyone who needs a reason to like eggnog.
Oh no. Oh no.
See, I don't like eggnog.
Elaine is giggling.
And I still don't like eggnog.
See, this is how I know. Like she's the villain twist because she's like,
Hey, there's something wrong here. Where's the pictures?
Oh, you have to remember it's like a little thingies. I figured I have animations to it.
Oh God, I got so scared there for a second. I thought it was broken. I was like, oh my God,
no,
I killed it.
I figured we talk about it and then you have like the little picture teasers.
Okay, you tell me when to press teasers. Okay, so content warnings. We have birching and caning, breeding, death of a parent prior to book, and it's mentioned, explicit human/non-human sex, which, side note, why does that have to be a content warning? If you are reading a book called Railed by the Krampus, I just assume there's going to be some non-human,
I mean, we've had
human explicit content.
We've had snake men, leprechauns, bunnies, minotaurs.
Now
now
I was like, that's not really a warning I need to have. Fat shaming, slut shaming, postpartum depression prior to book mentioned, suicide prior to book mentioned, and use of emergency contraceptive / unconventional family planning.
Does he eat her ovaries?
No. There's like a tea she drinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's other stuff. Teasers.
Some little pictures. Tease.
There's our Krampus.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
It was like it popped up on mine.
There's 4.
There's 4, right? Okay. Got a glass of eggnog.
Is this cum eggnog?
Just wait. Sexy Santa. And then our characters. Would you like to take this one, Elaine?
Sure. So we have our main female character named Holly. Of course, you have the Krampus and Claus. And then Susan and John are like the ones on the bottom are like the side characters. So Susan is like one of Holly's best friends, and John is Susan's husband. Meg and May are twins, and they're Holly's sisters. Nan is stays with Holly and the twins. She's not related to them, but Nan was teaching Holly like what she does. She's
like a midwife or something.
Yeah, she's like a midwife. So she stays with Holly, and then she will teach Holly her ways of being a midwife. Then of course you have elves.
Those little fuckers.
Are they like ACOTAR elves or like the Santa Claus elves?
Like Santa Claus elves, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their clauses like minions.
Devotees.
Yeah, there we go. Devotees. So you know how in the Easter Bunny one we had like Minx and Calico?
Oh, okay.
That were what the fuck? Lacos, whatever the hell that cat lady's name is.
Okay.
So like the elves are the same thing but for claws.
Mm-hmm. So basically we'll start like how she
let's get into the book.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning.
So you find out.
Why are you making these voices?
I have some issues with this one.
Okay.
We'll get to them as we go.
Okay, so of course it's like in the Easter Bunny and the Leprechaun, they strike deals, right? She, like the summary says, she made a wish she said that she could sell her soul for coal because she was like struggling to provide for like her family. And Claus kind of like appears or like opens, I think he gives her a box of coal.
Yeah.
And then opens up the fireplace stove, and that's how she kind of goes into the domain. Of course, she wears the hat. So in the characters, you saw her hat, her mask is basically like a reindeer, has like horns like a reindeer, is the masks. And she strikes a deal, and basically it's like 12, bring Claus 12 gifts by the 12th night after like Christmas, and he will basically provide her with everything she needs to provide for her family.
Yeah, because so I think I know her dad kills himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's after the mom does too, right?
So no, the mom dies.
Or the mom died during childbirth. Okay.
Damn.
And the dad was just so
Upset
sad about that he ended up taking his life. So Holly basically becomes in charge of taking care of
her two twin sisters.
Her two twin sisters, yeah.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's sad.
Yeah.
Are these like dirty presents?
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Because like I think, okay, so the fireplace opens up. She has the mask on. She goes down the tunnel into Claus's domain, and he's there. She strikes the bargain with him, and he's like, let's, what do you say? Like seal it with a kiss or whatever.
Yes.
So she kisses him. And that's our first, I think that's all they do the first time, right?
Yes.
Just a kiss, and then she goes back. And then, is it that night that the bed is different?
Yeah, she like wakes up to him like right there. And
Okay.
she's like, okay, whoa, you know. And I like how like she wakes up, she sees him, and oh wait, no, I think he gives her a list. It's empty, or
Yeah.
I think it has the very first one on there. And then he like looks at the bed and it's just like, I don't like this, and he changes her bed.
Yeah, he makes her have like this giant 4-poster bed with, I don't know if it had curtains or not, but it has a mirror.
I think it had curtains
in the whole top part.
It has a what?
A mirror.
Oh.
A mirror on the top, because you know he sees you when you're sleeping.
Oh my god.
also remember, a very important part of the summary was that there's a shadow in the mirrors.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she knows she's been watched. But
okay.
So she wakes up, he changes the bed and all that kind of stuff. She can hear her sisters, like I think screaming or whatever from the living room, or trying to wake her up or something. They're all excited because Santa Claus brought a fuck ton of shit for them. He set them up, and of course Nan's like, "What did you do last night?" She's like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine." Yeah. I'm taking care of the family.
You don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
Exactly. But so she does that. They like open presents. They have breakfast. They're like their kitchen's fully stocked and everything now. And I think she goes back to her bedroom, and that's when the list is filled out with the first thing, right?
Yeah, with the first thing, yeah.
Okay. So our first present for Claus. A partridge in a pear tree.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind, it's Christmas. It's the dead of winter. It is snowing and cold and everything outside. Doesn't Claus show back up? Because she's like, how the hell am I going to find a partridge in a pear tree in the middle of winter? And
and he like helps her out. He's just like, just look out the window.
Yeah.
Just look out the window.
he basically like helps her out as much as possible, like for each task. So he basically like gives her the partridge in a pear tree. Like she just has to go outside and get it, and then take it back to Claus's domain.
Okay.
But when she does that, Claus is not there waiting for her. It is Krampus. And he is sitting on his throne with a leg like thrown over one of the arms, and his dick is just out.
Okay. Yeah. From the pictures that I saw, like it looks like his dick is out all the time.
He does not abide by the Minotaur pants wearing. The pants mandate did not make it into this book series.
All right.
But yes. So he's got I mean, it's like two dicks that are twisted together. One's red and one's black. They can untwist. They can untwist. But yes, they're twisted, and she's like, "Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down." She's like, "Don't look at his dick or dicks." And she's like, "I'm here to give Claus, his first thing." And he's like, "I'll take it." And she goes, "You promise you'll give it to him?" He's like, basically like, "Yeah, in exchange for something." And I feel like they just kiss also at this point.
I'm just so annoyed. Like, another thing I have to do.
Well, you're going to see a pattern. There's 12 gifts.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
Elaine, I hope you wrote down each thing because I did not. I forgot.
You wrote it down? She does say that Krampus tastes like cinnamon.
Yes.
And wood smoke.
Yes. Wait,
basically like
his
just his kiss.
Mouth?
Just his kiss.
Oh,
just
okay.
his kiss.
We haven't got to the dick yet.
If it tastes like, what is it? Chestnuts roasting on open fire.
No, but there is chestnuts roasting on an open fire at one point.
Yeah.
I think was that the time that they did anal? I don't know.
Oh my
I don't remember. And I don't know if that was with the time with anal with one of the dicks or if that was the time with the tail. I'm not sure.
I don't remember it.
There's always some surprise anal.
Oh, there's also a butt plug with a green bow.
There's always a surprise butt plug.
But yeah, so she kisses Krampus. She goes back to her room, right? Goes to bed.
Yes.
And then she wakes up again to Claus, right?
Yes, to Claus again. Because, he knows when you're awake.
Oh, God.
Yes.
That's annoying.
And then he's like, "Oh, you met Krampus and you gave him more than just the present, for me." And then he's like, is that when he kisses her again? I should have written all these down. And I didn't.
Is this when he...
I feel like he doesn't do much because it isn't until after she gives...
She basically says, like, you give something to him, you give it to me as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she's like, he gave you the partridge in the pear tree, right? And he's like, well, yeah, if you give it to him, then it's giving it to me. And then I feel like he just gives her a kiss because he doesn't do the other stuff until after she's done more with Krampus, right?
I think he, like, teases her.
He teases her. This might be the first time I kind of freaked out.
Why did you freak out?
So both Krampus and Claus have a forked tongue.
Okay.
And it's not just forked, the forks can move. So like he pinches her nipple with like the forks of his tongue and nope, I'm out. Do not fucking pinch me with your tongue. I am out.
Okay.
I was like, "Ooh, that's creepy."
Elaine just giggles.
That creeped me out so much. I was like, I don't know about this.
So she just gets some nipple play.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he disappears into the fire, and then the second task, I think, is on the paper.
2 turtle doves.
Okay.
I think he basically tells her where to go.
Yes, I was going to say, he gives her a hint on where to go to get the 2 turtle doves.
Yeah.
But that's when she meets Calico, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we get Calico from the Easter Bunny books.
Oh.
And her and Minx are at the same temple that Holly goes to get the 2 turtle doves. And Calico gives her a like net to be able to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gets them. She goes back home, goes through the tunnel. Oh, we forgot to say any fireplace, no matter where it's at, if she presses the stones behind it, will let her go into Claus's domain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she doesn't always have to go back home, but we'll get to that.
Wait, Claus's domain is where Krampus is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So she goes back. And of course, Krampus is there again, sitting on the throne, dick out. Twisted dick out.
Sitting there, dick out. Like sitting there, tits out. Just, you know.
Yeah, pretty much. I think, okay, so now this is the time where she gives him a blowjob, right?
Yes.
Okay,
how?
so she gives him, a blowjob under the agreement that, so she's given him the blowjob. How many times can I say blowjob in a minute? She is going down on him. He tastes like gingerbread.
Mm-hmm.
His dick tastes like gingerbread. I'm okay with this.
I don't know if I'd like that.
It gets worse.
Okay.
I like the gingerbread part.
Okay.
But I guess he's getting close, and she's like, that's fine. He's like, well, if you're gonna like take it, you have to drink every last drop. And she's like, okay. So
if this is some Minotaur.
So she
30...
starts. She starts, and she can't drink it all, and just it coming out. So he produces a glass and fills up a glass, and it's a nice little chilled glass, except for it is. I'm gonna ruin this for everybody else because it's ruined for me now. It is custard colored with cinnamon and nutmeg floating in it, and it tastes like eggnog.
I'm never gonna drink eggnog again.
Now, I don't like eggnog, so
I don't like eggnog.
I love eggnog.
But my mother-in-law makes like her mom's like homemade recipe.
Yeah.
Every Christmas. Sorry, hubby.
Oh my goodness. Just
if anybody drinks it this Christmas, I'm literally going to be like, we won't be there for Christmas. Never mind. Next time I see any of them drinking eggnog, though, I'm going to be like, you're drinking Krampus cum. Krampus cum. I can't say that either, apparently.
Wait, so which dick does it come out of? Or is it just one?
You're asking the difficult questions.
Because you said he has 2, right?
It is 2, yeah.
Wind them together?
I assume it comes out of both.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like sucking on a breadstick.
Maybe, yeah.
You see the breadsticks that are twisted.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Okay. I'm just trying to get the visual here. It's not making sense to me.
Well, do you want me to click through to the Krampus picture?
Yeah.
And then we'll come. Okay, hold on. There you go. That's what it looks like. Your face.
That's the picture you would get from the book right after that chapter.
I forgot. I left out that when she gives like the first description of him, she talks about how he has really long fingers that have like extra joints.
Okay.
That also creeps me out. Don't touch me with those. They look normal in this picture, but I picture them as like these long, like spindly fingers. I didn't like it.
So I watched this TikTok where I saw a candy maker make like
the little
red, white,
peppermint
blue
candies.
candy for 4th
Oh,
of
okay.
July. And I just saw like, stretching it out and like lining it up to get like that shine and that like snap.
Yep.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah. I can see that. The only thing I feel like it didn't say anything about his balls. Does he even have balls? He has to have balls.
It looks like he has balls.
It looks like it, but it never talks about them.
No, it never does.
Not that I need it to.
What would unsettle me is how big his feet are in relation to the rest of his body.
Well, they are clawed also. Like his feet are clawed, his hands are clawed.
Does he have a tail or no?
Yes.
Yes.
He does have a tail.
This is a lot, but let's keep going. That's what you said.
You can take it, Liana.
Oh no! Oh no! No, I can't. Okay, keep going.
So afterwards, he gives her a gift to take home to open as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it? What is it?
It is.
Go ahead.
It's like a twisted glass snow globe, the shape of his two dicks.
Subtle. Really subtle.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep. Well, and then after she goes back home and she like opens up the present and whatever, I can't remember when Claus shows back up again.
So she goes and stares at the mirror above.
Yes.
And starts using
the
her
snow
gift.
globe.
And that's when he appears.
That's right. So yeah, Claus appears and helps her out.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is when the tongue pinches her clitoris.
Ow.
No,
you with the fingers.
That's all I picture is like his tongue coming out and just...
I don't want that coming at me.
I can't. Oh, whatever, Miss Alien and Predator over here.
That's different.
I guess alien. I guess okay.
It would make me think of like forceps from getting a pap smear.
I could see that. I will say though, as the story, I feel like I'm talking a lot of shit. I'm not trying to. There was just things that freaked me out. I don't like his fingers. I don't like that the serpent tongue doesn't bother me. The forked tongue doesn't bother me. It's the fact that the forks can move separately from each other. I don't like.
Now I'm
and I don't
like moving.
I don't. Yeah, right? Yeah, good luck. And I don't like eggnog.
I think that's what people who do get their tongue split can do. They can manipulate.
Crazy.
They can manipulate the.
I am so out. Not trying to yuck anyone's yum here, but that ain't for me.
I have a tongue tie. I can't.
Yeah.
I have a really freakishly long tongue.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh my god.
I have like a Gene Simmons tongue. What's I can't do like the 4-leaf clover thing with my tongue.
Me either.
I can twist it and I can
taco it.
Yeah. But that's about it. I can't touch my nose.
My tongue is so small with it's like attached.
Yeah.
You have a tongue tie too?
Yeah.
Samesies. I get horrible sleep because of it.
Oh no. Oh gosh, I can't believe I just did that.
I'm just so glad you did.
If anyone wants to watch on Spotify, that's where it'll be.
Love it. Love
okay.
it.
Okay. So Claus is helping her. I don't think this is the time, but eventually over time you find out that like Krampus is a real sweetie. He's like,
of course he is. He's a freak.
And then Claus is kind of an asshole.
Yeah, of course he is.
So there's that to keep in mind.
Well, and like honestly, I'm not surprised Krampus is a nice guy because like freaky guys like that, they're usually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then like any guy with any kind of like white savior complex, like Claus, he's gonna be a dick.
Three fat hens.
Fat hens. Okay.
So she just gets them from her own barn, right?
Yes. Yes, she's like worried that her hens aren't going to be fat, but then of course there's 3 that are fat.
That are
so it's
gigantic,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
They prefer the term plus size.
There's 3 thick hens.
Thick with 2 C's.
So she gets him in the house, takes him back through the fireplace. Krampus is there again. This also freaked me out. He takes them from her and unhinges his jaw and just eats all 3 of them whole.
Yeah.
For why?
He was hungry.
Oh.
Oh,
I guess. I can't remember what.
I think we got it wrong. After the hens is when he gives her the gift.
Oh,
damn. He eats the hens and then he gives her that gift.
Wait, so he eats the hens that she was going to use for her family?
No. These are the hens that she's taking to Claus.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. And yeah, he just eats them whole. Well, is this the snow globe or is this the butt plug present?
This is the snow globe. The snow globe one.
Okay, so we miss smoke. Miss smoke.
Did you ever think you'd have to say that sentence?
Yeah.
No, I didn't think I'd ever have to say any of these sentences.
Is this the snow globe or is it the butt plug?
Can't remember.
Don't mix the 2 up.
Right.
Then it's the next one.
Okay, the 4 calling birds. Okay, so we do the 2 turtle doves, the 3 fat hens. After the 3 fat hens is when all of the snow globe dildo stuff happens.
Nice.
Instead.
Nice.
Yeah.
4 calling, crying birds.
Okay.
This is where she's like, I don't know what to do. And then I think she goes to Susan. And Susan tells her of like this story that her mom told her. So it turns out that the calling birds are the cuckoo clocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I just finished this book last night and I don't remember what this was. Right, they're the cuckoo clocks.
You blocked it out. You were traumatized.
I couldn't get over the jaw unhinging and eating the hens.
And the forked tongue on her nipples.
The pinching tongue.
You're like, wait.
I feel like that would have happened. I would have freaked out and been like, what are you doing? Get that away from me.
Like, you gotta warn me. You gotta warn me ahead of time if you have any surprises. Like, you know, if I'm going to consent, I have to fully know what I'm consenting to.
Right. But yeah, so what? She gets a cuckoo clock from Susan. There's one at her house. And then she gets
I think she has 2 or somewhere where she has 2.
Someone has
she
2.
only gets 1 more.
From a neighbor, right?
From a neighbor. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them has 2. And then
she takes those back. And Krampus puts them on the wall. Is this the butt plug one?
Wait, so these are like rewards for her?
I mean, she wants it, so yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Like when she goes to Krampus, the things that she starts to fall in love with Krampus.
So it's not just like sexual exploitation. It's like
no.
She actually wants to do this. Okay.
Yeah, she can say no at any time.
Got it.
and walk out.
Okay.
And she even talks about, like, in the book, she's like, I shouldn't offer this, or I shouldn't want this so badly, or whatever kind of situation.
Okay. Is it going to be 5 golden cock rings?
No.
Damn.
Good one, though. It is 5 gold rings, though.
Yeah.
And I feel like, isn't this the day where she goes and helps one of the other neighbors give birth?
Yeah, the neighbor that gave her the cuckoo clock.
That's right.
Comes over because his wife is about to give birth.
And
she's the only one nearby. So she goes to help out. And this is when we find out that she can see death, even though, like...
And the Tooth Fairy.
What?
I think she now can see the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
She could never see the Tooth Fairy. But, so yeah, you get a hint of, like, the Tooth Fairy and death in this one. And it turns out the Tooth Fairy is there because it only protects the kids. So all the kids in this like universe are protected by the Tooth Fairy until they lose their wisdom teeth.
So I'm still protected.
I was like, I'm still protected.
Yeah, I was like, me too. I'm still protected.
Like,
take
that, gods. But yeah, so because what she says something like, I'm not here for the baby, I'm here for the mother. So she basically goes to these births to try to save the mothers because no god protects them.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Typical.
So basically death is there for the mom.
Yeah, death's there.
And the Tooth Fairy's there for the baby.
She tells Death, she's like, not today. Go away.
Not today, Death. Yeah.
So everyone ends up being fine.
It's like, the hell you will.
Yeah. But so it took her basically like all day doing that.
Yeah.
So she didn't have time to find the 5 gold rings. So she goes into like the trunk of her that she has in her room that has like her parents' old rings. So she ends up with like 4. She finds 4 gold actual rings for like your finger, and then like a gold bangle, like wrist bracelet thing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like gold plated. And she's like, it's the same thing, right?
It's a circle, or whatever. It makes a ring. So she takes those to Krampus, and he's just like, nice try. That's not quite correct, but I'll take it.
Semantics.
And I think this is when he tells her to like put it on her ring or her finger or something, and then it like shrinks down, and then she has like a ring on her finger.
And she cannot remove it.
She can't remove it.
And because she didn't get the 5 rings, she has to have a punishment.
Yes. So because she kind of fumbled on that one, she has to take a punishment. And so he puts her over his knees, lifts up her skirt. And this is where we get she gets spanked with a birch tree branch.
No.
Yeah, she loves it.
Okay, of course. She's like, oh, you're punishing me so hard.
She has a new kink unlocked for her.
He like afterwards he gets like a bath and puts her in a bath.
That's right.
It's really cute because then he like, it says that he washes her and hums a Christmas song along her ear, and then she drifts away into sleep.
And then she wakes up in her bed.
Yeah. Of course.
And then it's the 6th day.
So yeah, now we're on day 6, which are 6 geese a laying.
Ow.
And she has geese, but the problem is it's winter, and they don't lay their eggs in winter. They lay them in spring. So she goes to the tower from the Easter Bunny book and goes to make a deal with Esther, the god of spring.
Okay.
To make her geese, be egg laying, I guess.
In winter.
Yeah.
This sounds
During winter.
exhausting.
But of course, no bargain is, made for free. So in exchange, Esther wants Claus's Santa hat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she has like so many days to get
Yeah,
it.
she has a certain amount of time to get it to Esther, or she doesn't fulfill the bargain.
Of course.
But Esther does it. She makes the geese, I don't know, lay eggs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to lay eggs.
Yeah.
So she takes them to Claus's realm. And then I think this is the time Krampus isn't there. It's Claus, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what Claus does to her.
I think they're just like making out.
Something. She tries to like take his hat
And then
and he like freaks out.
Why?
And he tells her to like
Is he
leave.
bald?
No. You find out later that if his hat was taken from him or whatever, that there would no longer be like Christmas. Christmas wouldn't happen
Oh my
again.
god!
I know.
Because he needs to look like a human.
Yeah.
In order to go into the human world.
He can't go into the human
Mortal
realm
world.
without the hat.
Yeah.
So there would be no more
Okay.
Christmas if his hat was taken. So Esther's just a freaking bitch. In every book,
Yeah,
apparently.
that's a pretty dick move.
Who wants to take away Christmas? Like, I mean, it's my least favorite holiday, but that's beside the point.
But still, it's like it's Christmas.
I know. It's fun for my nephews.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happens. He's like, go back home. He's all upset. So she goes home. Day 7 are 7 swans a swimming. And outside the house, one of her little sisters wakes her up and like says there's a horse outside. She's like, what are you talking about? And they go out there and there's a sleigh, but it's not a horse, it's a reindeer.
Oh, okay.
A reindeer drawn sleigh.
Yes.
And I guess she was also given like a map of where to go
I think so, yeah.
or something, because there's like an X on a map and it's like deep in the God's woods. So they have breakfast. She leaves on the sleigh, and the sleigh won't go any further than like the edge of the woods, so she has to walk the rest of the way. And this is where she sees Heim?
Yeah, she ends up in Heim's domain.
Where is
And this
Heim
is
from?
another hint.
Heim
He's one of the older gods.
is the autumn god, right?
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Or was it Grin autumn?
No, I think Him's winter.
You're right. Him's winter.
I think Him's winter. This is a hint as to like another hint as to why it's before
Easter
the
Bunny.
Easter Bunny one, because Him is still with Ari in this one. Like we get Ari again, but she's with him.
Yeah.
Heim,
him, whatever. God of winter.
Yeah.
We get to see Ari again, and this is before she's been taken or whatever and banished from the god's realm. And there's like 7 like ice swans or whatever.
Okay.
I think in this river. And at first Holly hides, and then they see her. They're like, what do you want? And she's like, well, she tells them the bargain, what she needs. And at first, Heim's not going to give it to her. And then Ari's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Just give her the damn swan. So the swans are like shrunk down and put into some weird little bubble thing that Holly carries back to the sleigh. And then she stops at an old like burnt out cottage that she finds out, or that she tells us that's where her dad, I guess, was found after he committed suicide.
Yeah.
So I guess it's better than having to try to deal with sneaking the globe thing with the ice swans in it back into her house. So there's a fireplace at this burnt out cottage. So she goes in there, goes to give Krampus the swans, and he just puts them up on the tree.
Like ornaments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think she explains why she tried to steal, because he's upset.
Oh, yeah. He asked, why'd you try to take my hat?
Yeah, and she's just like,
Or Claus's hat.
Geese don't lay during the winter. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that. So
yeah.
There's not a lot of deep conversations being had here.
Well, it sucks because like his ignorance on that topic basically like screwed her over having to make the deal with Esther.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
wait, so what happened with her whole deal? Like, she didn't get the hat.
She didn't get the hat, but it hasn't. Her time hasn't run out yet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had a couple days. Spoiler: she does not get the hat.
Okay.
Especially because she finds out like, what happens if your hat's taken? He's like, Christmas will no longer happen.
Christmas ceases to exist.
Pretty much.
But I think he ends up giving her another present. This is the
butt plug one. Okay. Well, so there's like there's a whole bunch of like box presents, and he's like, go pick one because they're like under the tree. And so she's like, I'm gonna pick a small one. She picks a small one, and it's a metal butt plug with a green bow on the base. And she's like, thank God I didn't pick a bigger one. So he has her get like on all fours on the throne, like with her head against the back or whatever, and he slobbers all over it with his long tongue, and I think he warms her up just a little bit first, but
you gotta warm people up.
Like, yeah, but like he warms her up with like his tongue.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm like, in order to like warm that up for a butt plug to like go in there, like, what did you do with that tongue inside? Because like he's got the really long tongue.
Yeah.
So I just kept picturing like, I don't know.
I think she says he like curls it.
Yeah, I was like, it like goes in there like folded or curled, so it like takes up more space.
My butt just clenched.
So yeah, so he sticks that in, and he tells her she has to keep it in until she comes back the next time.
Yeah.
So she's got to keep it in like the rest of the evening, all day while she's doing this 8th task, and can't take it out till she comes back.
But okay.
Yeah. So she goes back. I can't remember. They don't do anything else, right?
No,
I don't think so. Okay.
How can you? One of the holes is taken.
There's still 2 others.
Yeah. But what if? Never mind. Okay.
So she goes back home. She's still got the butt plug in. Her next task is 8 cocks a crowing.
Why are there so many birds?
She even says that at one point. She's like,
yeah, it's just
why? What's with all the birds?
Like, you couldn't find 8 maids of milking? Like,
so
on the morning glory milking farm?
Right. So she like goes into the barn and gets like the rooster she has, and she goes over to Susan's.
Okay.
And then she sends her husband over to his mom's because she has like 6 or something.
Okay.
And she tells Susan like everything that's happening, like why she needs these things and stuff.
That's wild.
And that she made a bargain with Claus, and that she has these 12 presents that she has to get and whatever. So she gets them, goes back to the burnt out cottage or whatever, takes them back inside. And isn't there something wrong with this one, or no? I can't remember. Maybe everything was fine with this one.
Oh, I think this is when they finally go because he makes a joke like so many cocks, so little time.
Yeah.
And he asks her, how many do you need? And she's like, I need one.
Well,
and he's
two,
like, would you be willing to take two?
Yeah.
She's like, maybe.
She's like, I could be persuaded.
Right.
I would just be so exhausted after trying to complete all these things. And you want me to like do some freaky shit? Like, dude, I'm tired.
I mean, she wrestled up like 8 freaking roosters with a butt plug in. Susan's like, why are you walking funny?
That just seems unnecessary.
She's like, I just exerted myself too much.
You gotta pull the muscle.
Yeah. So I can't remember exactly if he checks for the butt plug and he's like, oh, like you kept it in, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to know how he gets it out, Liana?
Does he pull it out with his tongue?
Yeah.
I don't even think I caught that.
Yeah, he wraps his tongue around it and pulls it out with his tongue while they're doing stuff.
Okay. I mean, what do you say to that?
I don't know. So I wanted to tell you to see what would happen.
I guess in the moment, it's fine.
Yeah, it's kinky.
Well, you know how, like, in the moment, like, sex is really fun, but then if you think about it too much, it's like, we look stupid. It's like, what are we doing here? And then, so it's kind of like that. Like, I'm sure, like, in the moment, I was like, ooh. But, like, if you just say it, like, yeah, he pulled out her butt plug with his long forked tongue. We're like, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, keep going.
This is where we get the touch her and die kind of thing too, where because he tells her she's perfect, or like, has anyone ever told you how perfect you are? And she's like, not in those words. And he's like, how?
Every day.
And this is when she talks about how she gets like fat shamed. And he's like, tell me their names. I will strip the meat from their skeletons and decorate my tree with a garland strung of their bones.
That's so romantic.
Right?
And it'll look good for Halloween.
Right? You can keep it up all year.
Okay, look. Side note, like, if you're a person that sleeps with women, like, why wouldn't you want, stuff to play with? Like, I've never understood, like, the whole, like, aversion to women who aren't skinny.
Yeah, no, I understand.
It's like, but there's so many places you could, like, put your face.
There's stuff to hold on to.
Yeah. Like, there's stuff to grab onto. There's places to, like, put your face. There's, like, you can snuggle with it after. You got built-in pillows, like, everywhere.
True.
Like,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, like, why would you not? I don't get it, but maybe I'm not the target audience.
I literally can't remember what else happens during this scene. I focused on the butt plug being removed with his tongue, and I was like, what?
Wait, so they haven't fully, like, done, like, P&V sex yet?
I can't remember.
This is when they do.
Is this when it happens?
This is when this is when it happens. And I like how she makes a comment like, is this the part where I'm supposed to make some plea wondering how you managed to fit? And he's like, he's just like, I think he says, like, I would, like, tear myself apart to remake myself so that to fit within you.
Yeah.
And he goes, but you don't need to. Like I said, perfection.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, you're made for me.
Isn't it funny how that always works out?
Is this the time where she's like, can I have both of you? And so we get like double penetration.
No, I think this is the first time they ever do it, where she just does it with Krampus.
Okay. Well, because the time that she says, I want to do it with both of you, doesn't he like he untwists his dicks?
Yeah.
We get some DP action. So that's the next task.
Yeah, after the next task.
It's funny. I swear I read this book, okay?
Are you sure? Did you black out?
I think I just focused on certain aspects of it, and it just that's just overshadowing everything else that happened. Oh, okay, yeah, the 9 rabbits running.
Because then we find out this is when she takes the potion too.
Oh, that's right. The next morning, she's drinking her contraceptive tea to prevent pregnancy. And this is when Nan's like, what the hell did you do last night?
Again, Nan, don't worry about
it. Taking care of the family.
What are you doing, Nan?
Mind your own business.
It's like Akatar all over
Go
again.
back to your knitting. Okay, 9 rabbits. The 9 rabbits running. So she goes and she goes and sets a bunch of snare traps out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have the sled again? Or sleigh? Yeah, I think she has a sleigh again,
I think
right?
So.
She has a sleigh with a reindeer. So. No, she has a basket that she like has strapped on her to put the rabbits in. So she goes to her snares until she has 9 rabbits, and then
no, this is where she's coming into his domain and he's all giddy, like, oh, you brought me rabbits. But then he's just like, oh, these are actually hares. And she's like, is there a difference? And he's like, I guess not. Basically. And he's like, follow me. And he takes her to the entrance of the Easter Bunny's domain and like runs out, he
lets loose
opens
the rabbits.
basket. Yeah.
Don't they start multiplying or something?
Yeah, I think they start multiplying and like flooding the space.
Yeah.
And like the Easter Bunny just turns around and just like glares at them, and
Jack gets pissed off.
And then the Krampus just turns around and he's just like, and she's like, he didn't seem happy about that. She's like, oh, fuck him. Like, he can take a joke. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, and then he like carries her back to Claus's domain, right? Or something.
Yeah, and then they go back to Claus's domain. And I think they're like cuddling, and this is where we get the chestnuts are roasting.
Yeah.
Well, they're like snuggling.
They're like snuggling or whatever, and like the fire's right there, and there's like a pan with chestnuts roasting over the open fire. So they're snacking.
Does Krampus ever put on clothes?
No.
No,
Dick is just out swinging the whole time.
Mm-hmm. All right.
It's not described that way, but I just imagine that's what's happening.
This helicopter.
Yeah, probably. What were you gonna say, Elaine?
This is when she asks for both of them.
Oh, okay. So this is where we get the DP action.
Yeah, both of them and the tail.
Oh, is this the tail also?
Yes, I think it's.
I thought this
all
was
happens at once.
He untwists his penis, and puts one in his vagina and one in her butt, because technically Claus, I guess, can't like be there at the same time or something. He's like, this is the best we can do or something like that, right? I think it's later he uses his tail in her butt.
No, the tail I think is like in the mouth.
Yeah, this time the tail's in her mouth. He puts his tail in her mouth.
So he fills all the holes.
Is it fuzzy?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I mean, he's covered in hair, so I assumed it would be fuzzy. But
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. So
yes, questions?
where's Claus in all of this? Like, is he joining?
Should we tell her now?
Is Claus
I don't know.
Krampus?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, okay,
Okay.
so Krampus can't go into the human realm. But when he has the hat on, he becomes Claus, and he can go into the human realm with the hat. And that's how he does Christmas or whatever.
Okay.
But Krampus has been, like, he watches everybody through mirrors throughout, like,
Okay.
the valley and whatnot. So he's had his eyes on her for a while. But she doesn't know that it's technically the same person. But he does say stuff in a way where, I guess if she was...
Like, she gives him hints.
Yeah, if she was really, really paying attention to the things that he was saying, she would know that they are the same person. Yeah. But again, it's also kind of like, I don't know, a split personality kind of thing. Because like I said, when he's Krampus, he's super sweet. When he's Claus, he's an asshole. So like the hat
like
makes him
Superman
a dick.
and Clark Kent.
I guess, maybe.
Is the hat a Horcrux?
yeah, right. So yes, they are the same person.
Okay.
But you don't...
Called it.
I mean, I figured it out pretty quick, but she does not figure it out till the end.
Yeah.
When she's told. But yeah, so that all happens. What is... Oh, 10 lambs a bleeding is our day 10. Not bleeding, bleat.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
What? Not 10 lords a leaping?
Nope.
They didn't want a
Lambs.
gangbang?
10 lambs.
Lamb. So she gets the 10 lambs. She goes back to...
Yeah.
I don't remember what her and Krampus do this time.
I think
I did not write good notes. I thought I did, but I did not. I know this isn't the time where she gets more birchwood spankings, because that's, I think, the next one.
Why birchwood?
I don't know.
Why not like evergreen?
Is birchwood, I don't know, significant to...
I don't know. It's those trees.
Yeah, she talks about it in the book.
Again, I swear I read this.
In the mythology of Krampus, in some of the mythology of Krampus, he keeps with him a bundle of birch sticks.
Yes, to spank the naughty children.
Yeah, so that's what she kept in part of his
okay, that makes sense now.
Mythology.
I should know that. I did a project on Krampus and Santa and Christmas for my French class in high school.
Okay. I did not. I think I learned about Krampus from The Office.
Okay.
And because wait, no, I'm mixing that up with something else.
Are you sure?
Because there's a sidekick. No, never mind. Keep going.
Okay, yeah, I can't remember what happens during.
I think this one is Claus for the lambs.
Oh, is it?
And
okay.
She meets the elves because
that's
like,
right.
10 elves come and each take a lamb over, and she's like, and she's like, don't mind them, like they can't see you, because I think their masks are completely covered their eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they only see what he wants them to see.
Yes.
And then I think he like, do you want to do it in front of them?
Yeah.
And I think he gets like some of the elves like on their knees, like just staring.
Yeah.
And he wraps her up with like green ribbon or something.
It's a little bit of bondage.
Yeah, so a little bit of
he
bondage.
Takes her clothes are off,
Claus.
and he like uses the green ribbon to like wrap up some of, like her nipples and shit like that. Or wraps around
they're having
her.
sex in front of the elves?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the elves are consenting to this. Otherwise, it's a huge HR violation.
I mean, I don't think they really had much of a choice, but none of them seemed terribly upset about it. I think they're mostly upset they don't get to join in.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
how I gauged their reactions.
Okay. This is wild.
Yeah. So yeah, we have all that. Okay, yeah. So the next one is 11 bears a snoring. So she's like,
Not
how
11. What?
Yeah, she has to get 11 bears that are hibernating, basically. She's like, how the fuck am I going to do that? Well, the elves show up with the reindeer sleigh thing. And she goes with them. And while they're driving, like, the elves in the back of the sleigh are, like, making inappropriate comments and like, you know, they're just being super inappropriate and towards her. Like, these are some of the elves that's, you know, got to watch the night before. So they're basically like, you know, oh, I bet she'd let us fuck her because she fucked Claus or whatever. I don't know. They're just being little perverts.
It's like, okay, I didn't hear you complaining last night.
Right.
Like,
this is where we get that, like, also the bear versus the man line as well.
Oh, what was it?
Yeah, she's like, she tries to, like, block them out, and she's just like, whatever, as they're on their way. And then she's like, but they get bolder as we go, and when I hop down from my seat, I'm more than ready to head into a cave full of bears rather than listen to them anymore. So we get that.
we always pick the bear.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially if they're sleeping.
But then I think she has enough. They keep making comments, and then finally
She threatens them.
Yeah, she's like, maybe you should consider what fucking them means. Consider where it places me in the hierarchy of their devotees. The Krampus has already offered to skin a man and string his tree with a garland of his bones for calling me fat. Do you think he wouldn't do the same to you if I asked? And then they quiet down.
Yeah. Then they shut up and get to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, they like have this weird magic net that they use to like put over all the bears that are sleeping, and then like they have this magic chalk, and one of the elves just draws like a fireplace on the wall of the cave.
Okay.
And then they usher the bears in, and as the bears like pass through the threshold, they like shrink into little wooden figurines of bears.
Mm-hmm.
Aww,
so all the
bears.
elves, I know, all the elves go, and then she gathers up all the bears and goes in there, and Krampus is there, and
dick out, I'm sure.
Always.
Well, I think they're still like talking crap. They're kind of like, oh, I wonder what he'll give us as a reward.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll
let us fuck her or whatever.
Fuck her or something like that. And
he loses it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sets them he like puts them in the fireplace.
Oh.
And they're like, they don't die, but they are like they can feel the burning of the fire, like it burns off their shoes and whatnot.
Ow.
And he like leaves them in there as his as punishment for how they were treating her.
They're muted too, so you can't even hear their screams.
You can't hear their screams.
But yeah, that's how like he punishes them.
Okay, not very in the spirit of Christmas.
I mean, Krampus is the one that's supposed to punish the naughty children.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
But he's also Santa.
Yeah, but he doesn't have his hat on.
Oh, it's only when he has the hat
Only when he has the hat on. But yeah, so that all happens. And then she, this is when she's like, basically tells him, like, I want you to
this is where
spank me.
You promise. Yeah, you'd birch me while you're inside of me.
Yes.
Okay.
And she picks a safe word, which is elf.
Okay.
Her magic word is elf.
Mhm.
But yeah, so then he was doing her from behind and occasionally smacks her with the birch branch
Mhm.
on her behind. Then when they're done, he puts some sort of minty salve on it and it makes it feel better.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Put some sort of peppermint paste.
I think he says he loves her too in this one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this is when he says he loves her.
Oh, well, good for them.
Yeah. Which is also kind of weird. At one point, I can't remember if it's before or after this, Claus at one point asked her, like, who would you pick if you had to? Me or him? And she's like, him. she'd pick Krampus over Claus.
Yeah.
Because again, she doesn't realize they're the same person at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. We're finally there.
Her
We've
last
made it
one
to number 12.
is 12 bells a ringing.
Okay.
So she does that pretty easy. Goes back pretty early. I can't remember though. Is it Krampus or is it
She
Claus?
meets Claus.
Okay.
She meets Claus because then this is when she also finds out that he's the same.
Yes.
But only because she finds out that Claus ends up having the same dick as Krampus, and she's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, yeah. She's going down on Claus, and she's like, "Wait a second."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's a sad blowjob.
Oh no, the
'Cause
worst kind.
She's really upset about it. So
What a sad blowjob.
I know, right? But that's when she's also like she's thinking back about all the things that he said and all the times he said like we, meaning Krampus and Claus or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, all the signs were there. I should have like known that they were the same
Well,
person.
and you never see them in the same room together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she does that. The bargain's over. She leaves. But
Now she has to deal with
yeah,
Esther.
so now she has to deal with Esther. So she starts writing letters of like, I don't know, what to do to take care of her family and stuff. And like she's got a chest full of gold coins now and whatever. So she goes over to Susan's house, her best friend, and tells her like, I had to make a deal with Esther. Like, will you please take care of the girls? Like, I'm not gonna, like, I can't fulfill her bargain and blah, blah, blah. And so she gives the letters to Susan, and Susan's like, you know, of course, I'll take care of the girls. And then the floor opens up underneath her and she, like, swallows her up. And she's plopped into Esther's realm.
Okay.
And then Esther's like, you know, you didn't get me the hat, so here's your punishment now and whatever. But then Claus shows up to help her and save her. So they make a new bargain.
I think Esther wants to give her almost like the same bargain as Lily in the Easter Bunny, where she's like, go to Claus, have Claus's baby, like raise the baby until they're 25 so that way they can rule the tower.
Yeah. And you'll rule the tower in the meantime.
The same thing. Yeah. But she's like, I don't want a kid.
Yeah. Sounds like a terrible deal.
Wow.
Yeah. So then that's when Krampus finally comes and says, I want to make a deal.
Claus / Krampus is Esther's son.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's her son that she had with the god of winter, Him.
Yeah.
The one we cannot pronounce. So yeah, they make a deal. Like she will get pregnant with Claus / Krampus's baby, and then she'll be in charge until the baby's 25. But she's like, I don't want to carry the baby through the pregnancy because this is when you're like, she's like, you know, there's no God. She reiterates, like, there's no God for the mother. There's no protection for me. Like, I could die during childbirth, blah, blah, blah. So Esther agrees to, I don't take care.
To carry, take
care of the fetus for 9 months.
Yeah.
Until it's a baby. So
I think, was it like a peach tree or something?
I think it's a pear.
A pear
something. Tree? So like her and Krampus go back. They get it on. I guess she gets pregnant first try. So they go back to Esther, and she like puts her hand on her belly and like pulls it away, and there's like a pear. And then she gives it to one of her trees, and then the tree holds it. And then she's like, in 9 months, like it'll pop up in your garden.
Yeah.
She goes back to like the human realm. She sees Krampus or whatever all the time in his realm. And then she's running things. 9 months later, there's a baby in the garden.
Okay.
So she didn't have to carry the baby through the pregnancy, but now she's like, she told Esther, like, I want to raise the baby because I don't trust you to do a good job or whatever.
Yeah.
So
fair.
yeah, baby pops up 9 months later. She takes it to Krampus so he can see his baby. And he's just like, oh, it's just a tiny human. Because he's never seen a kid before, because when he looks in the mirrors, all he can see
They're just
is the adults that the Tooth Fairy is no longer protecting. He just sees red and green lights, right, Elaine?
Yeah, so it's like red is for the bad kids and green is for the good kids.
Yeah. So he's never seen a human baby or child before.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we find out too that like that means Krampus has never seen Holly.
Yeah, until she was like 20 something.
Until she was 23. Yeah. That's when she lost her wisdom teeth. So he never saw her until she was 23.
So he wasn't creeping on her as a child, basically.
Yeah.
Good. He wasn't waiting till she was legal.
Yeah, she was of age when he saw her for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves the baby. Thinks it's cute. It's like a happily ever after kind of ending. I think that's it, right?
You also find out that like it turns out all the gifts he has to make bargains himself with other gods to like give her bargain. So like the cuckoos he knew Esther would want, so that's why he had them. The turtle doves belong to the leprechaun. He goes, I didn't ask why Dio needed the sheep.
I don't want to know why.
He ate the chickens. He goes, he didn't know the geese could not lay eggs in winter. That was foolish of him. He should have known that Minika did that on purpose. And she's like, well, I know that name. Everyone knows he's the trickster god. Yeah.
He also gives her back the golden rings.
Yes.
Since they were her parents. But I think that's...
Oh, yay.
That's the end.
Happily ever after.
Oh, my goodness.
That's an image.
Oh, yeah. And she names her child Noelle.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, how do they have a human kid? Wouldn't it be half Krampus?
Well, so it's like the you know how like Jack and Lily had like 5 kids? The Easter Bunny and Lily. Like they were all humanoid kids. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So we actually find out that Noelle, and then it's Crispin, and then Crispin is Jameis's dad.
And Jameis is the guy that Lily was dating in the Easter Bunny.
Was dating, yeah.
But.
Okay.
But yeah, but the like a human and a god, or like I guess like not like the old gods, but
the children of the gods.
The children of the gods and a human need to have a baby, and that baby can rule the tower. Yeah. And that's how it's like balanced.
Okay.
Somehow. Yeah. But I think we find out that like Kassarian was the ruler, but he died, and you kind of hear more about his story in Railed by the Reaper.
Okay.
So there was no one ruling the tower, so they needed someone. So that's why Esther's like, okay, well then have a kid with my son. And so then Noelle rules.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Any questions? Final thoughts, Liana?
No, can't say I got any. I'm glad she figured out what she liked, good to know.
Yeah.
You can fall in love with a candy cane dick
gingerbread
fork tongue gingerbread man who's always naked.
He's just always ready. Okay.
All right.
He is just always ready to go.
I'll never look at eggnog the same.
Oh, no, definitely not. And I don't like eggnog, like I've already said. So that was like, that wasn't as exciting as the marshmallow fluff come. Okay.
Yeah, I think I prefer the marshmallow fluff. Honestly.
Yeah, if I had to, I like how sweet Krampus is, but I felt like Jack was pretty sweet. So like if I had to pick, I'd probably pick Jack over Krampus.
Yeah,
if I had to. It works for Holly, but I can't. I'm still the tongue, the eggnog cum, his creepy fingers with extra knuckles.
I could date a man whose like life is Christmas.
Yeah.
Again, not my favorite holiday. Is there a turkey?
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving.
Watch there be like a turkey
railed by the turkey.
Yeah.
I don't know how you.
What's a alliterative title?
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to rate this one. What'd you give it, Elaine? Did you give it 5?
Yeah, I think I gave it 5. Oh, I forgot to do the rating thingy on the slideshow.
No, that's okay. I don't know what I want to rate this. I didn't like hate it, but I was creeped out by parts of it.
Yeah, I can see the creeping out part, but I still loved it. I like the I like the way she did the whole like the 12 days of Christmas thing. The whole like every time she keeps like does little hints of the song too, like he knows what you're always watching. He knows when you're naughty or nice, kind of thing.
Yes,
like it's part of like the myth or stories that you see of the gods.
That's true.
Even though like for us it's like a song, you know. No, yeah, I like how she totally took. I like how she did everything in this. In this story. I think that's what really impressed me more was like how she did everything.
How she lays it all out.
Incredible energy.
Yes. She has an incredible imagination.
Stamina.
Yeah.
I could not come up with any of this.
Yeah, I was like, this is so creative. I thought it was really cool. And I'm just like, I wish I could think of something like this.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So that was really cool. So I really enjoyed it.
Alrighty.
5 stars.
5 stars. I'll say 4.5 for the creepy fingers and tongue and eggnog cum. I'll take off 0.5 for that. At least there was no overeating or
yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay. Y'all good with that?
Yeah, I have no choice.
I meant more like, did you have anything else you want to add?
Oh, no, I do not.
As always, thank you, listener, for joining us. Please rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on our socials. They're listed in the description. Please email us topics, questions, and book recommendations to booktalkbabespod@gmail.com, or you can DM us on any of our socials. Have a lovely day and week. Until next time.
Bye.